Hi Collective, welcome to my channel. I'm Crystal and I'm a psychic medium here delivering messages from the higher realms. So we're going to see what's coming in with this new moon energy in Aquarius. Very powerful new moon, right? As we're in the age of Aquarius, so this is a very significant new moon. I'm going to be getting into a lot of new moon readings later where I pull the astrology cards and tapping more into the energy. But at first I felt to do a tarot reading, right? Because I was feeling very strongly a message coming out, and I was really tapping into just energy that's surrounding me, right? So I was starting a reading and I kept hearing like, record. This is going to be for somebody, right? So, know the more that you guys watch me, the more I feel your energy and the more you come out my readings, because sometimes I could be feeling very guided to put a reading out there for one of my soul family members, right? So definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not. Connect with me more and you'll get the notifications whenever I drop my videos, right? So yes, and always comment, like the videos. That donates to me energetically, and I feel your energy too, so I pick up on that, right? But a lot of times, you're guided. Source guides you to certain readers, certain readings when you're in alignment with it, when it feels it's significant for you, right? But sometimes, like say you're very guided to me and you're watching me every day, but then you feel a reading is not for you, then it could be for another soul family member, and just leave it for them, right? All right, so I want to tell you first about the energies. As me being a psychic medium, I don't just read the cards, right? I kind of use everything, all of my clairs, messages, synchronicities, signs, symbols that, I pick up on my path, on my journey, what I'm guided to, right? Because they know that I do these readings for the collective every day, right? So I'm picking up a lot on the color today of pink and green, right? Which is, we've been talking a lot about this healing energy that's been happening, right? This heart healing, and I've been feeling my heart chakra expanding over the last couple weeks, right? And that's a big sign of things getting cleared out. When you start to feel, lighter and less attachments. I woke up to another cord clearing rituals too, so maybe it's a sign for some of you. There's all sorts of meditations that you can do online, but I was guided to somebody else. He was doing the beautiful reading, right? One of my star family members had uploaded it, so it came across my newsfeed. So maybe you've been guided to do that at this time. New moons are always about setting the intentions, new beginnings, so that could be very beneficial at this time. Like I started out this reading in my meditation this morning, saging my space, clearing the energy out, right? So maybe some of you are being called to do that. Look, there's showing me the 5 of Cups energy. So some of you could have recently went through a loss, or you're going to be going through some sort of ending, right? And if you are, you need to allow it, right? Because it's happening for alignments, right? Like there's 2 cups that are behind him right here that he's not even aware of, because something has brought him down to his knees, whatever these 3 of Cups are, and he's holding on to a flag, right? I feel that somebody's been like asking for help. Wow, look, we've got the Devil right here with the World, and I just heard that is a wrap. Wow. There is definitely an ending with Devil energy, right? Now, this could be your energy that you were embodying if you had some sort of addiction or something that had some sort of control over your mind, because I'm picking up a lot that there's going to be just like traumas that are purging out from the heart that's been affecting the mind, because I'm getting this heart and mind energy. All right, okay, so the energy is coming fast when I'm channeling during portals too. So you need to know that, because we're within the February portal from 2/2 through 2/22. So there's a lot of significance, and that also plays a big impact in this new moon that we have in Aquarius. But I'm not going to get too much into the new moon, because I was told to get into the tarot right away this morning for a reading. So if you want to know more about the new moon and portal energies, I have more portal readings down below, and I'm going to be tapping into this new moon energy more later today. All right, so but there's this big clearing that's going on, because portals bring in a lot of energetic codes, right, that upgrade our DNA, things like that. So they allow integration, they allow higher levels of consciousness and all sorts of things, right? So you could be really starting to see things or starting to feel things in a different way than you did before, starting to release things. I'm getting a lot of like self-sabotaging thoughts, right? And it's interesting is because it's like sometimes there can be blocks there. And when there's certain blocks that are within your mind, it doesn't allow you to see things as they are. It's like somebody could be coming in with the beautiful love offer. This could be a fated love offer that's coming in for you. But if you're not ready to receive it because you don't feel as though you're lovable enough because the devil has had some sort of control over your mind, you're not going to see it, right? So that's what I mean. Like there's some sort of healing. What is all of this? All right, they really want me to get into doing reading because all these cards come. Because I got the Page of Swords, the Four of Swords. It's like somebody, I feel like he looks like he's ready to fight. I really feel that somebody is like trying to stop you from healing, is what I'm feeling with this double energy. Like somebody might keep bringing up the past or bringing up traumas or something like that to try to keep you on their timeline, to try to keep you pulled back. Because see, there's like, the love is fading. There is love fading with the lover here. You know, and this is how I'm picking up this ring, because this could talk about like a faded lover, a past life lover, something coming back in too. But, you know, I was guided to the Royale deck, right? And I'm picking this up as like there's a love that's fading, maybe because the devil had some sort of stronghold. You could have had somebody that was controlling you with lust, with like sex magic, or just controlling you with sex, things like that, because you do forge those bonds, right? Even if they're not doing black magic and spell work, right? And things like that, it still can be very consuming, right? And especially like that's why, like, if you've noticed when you stop being intimate with somebody, sometimes you could feel as though that love is fading. That's a sign that if it is, that it was just felt on a lust level, on a physical level, and not through the heart. Somebody could be realizing that. You could be realizing that you trauma bonded to a situation because that, you know, and ultimately, like, it was very beautiful that I was reading something this morning that about karmic relationships, right? Everybody looks at like karmic relationships is like a bad relationship. It's not. It's different levels and phases of it. Like karmic relationships are very, very important because that is when like trauma bonds are very, very important. It's somebody that comes in at the same level as you where you're able to heal each other, evolve each other to advance to the next level, right? And I have said that you can clear out karmic relationships. You can clear the karma, and then you could be, you know, peaceful and happy, and that could be your forever after, you know, if that's what you want. You know, you can heal those things because you have free will. I mean, you get to come back and have higher levels, you know, of of love and consciousness and things like that. And all right, I'm not going to get too metaphysical in this, but I'm just getting at, like, you do the work when you're here. Like, you get to pick what level you're at, and if you keep advancing and things like that. And sometimes you get to this level where, you know, you can clear the karma out and you can stay with that soulmate. But know that you have multiple soulmates or different higher levels of consciousness and things like that. That's why, like, if you outgrow somebody, if you're not in alignment with somebody, you have another soulmate that's going to come in when you close out a door. That's why it's like, you've heard it saying, like, the universe always sends somebody. There's always going to be new partnerships, new encounters, new friends. That's why you have higher level soul friends, things like that. You know, because you can outgrow friends and relationships because you attract things at an energetic frequency. So as you outgrow them and you expand, you just magnetically attract new things. That's why don't let somebody hold you back. And I feel like this is somebody that just didn't want to do the work. You know, it's like, say you trauma bond to somebody because you share some sort of toxicity, addiction, or it could be a wounding, right? It's something that it's supposed to mirror. It's supposed to show you, because you are actually creating your reality with your thoughts, your experiences, and all of that. And you tell the universe, like, what you're ready. That's why you've also heard some say the universe, God, never gives you more than you can handle, because you're actually magnetically attracting what you're at. That's why if you're having like a devastating life and you're just having all these trauma and all these things happen, and you know, people lying to you and cheating on you and hurting you, and you know, you need to take a look at yourself. Like, why are you attracting that? You either feel that way from within, that you need to heal, or you're projecting it outwardly, or you're having a fear, because you can very much. And I get this, like, everybody, like, you have to come out of the shadow, out of your shadow side, out of your darkness, because everybody has that, right? And it's about transmuting that out. Like that's why I often say, like, you know, I was a dark worker before I was a light worker. I was working around the shadows, and I was experiencing a lot of these situations, and like my worst fears, like I had manifested them because I didn't realize what powerful manifestor I was. But I've had I've had the most traumatic things happen to me, but you wouldn't know because I don't let that affect me, right? Because I healed from it, and I've come in alignment with others, and because I'm a healer, I've been able to, you know, give them my healing by showing them how I have healed, right, from those situations. Because ultimately, you have to heal yourself. You're responsible for yourself, right? So, like, that's the best. That's the true job of a healer, is to heal themselves and to show others how they've healed themselves. That's how they heal themselves, right? Now, some of us have, you know, shamanistic abilities, and we can help, you know, clear out the trauma and unblock chakra systems and things like that. That's a whole nother thing. Okay. But the devil, you know, controls the mind, can control through money, physical things. This devil energies, that's why it's here. It's why it's in the earthly realm, in the 3D matrix, right? Because it created off money, material, control, things like that. That's why when you can heal the mind, when you cannot be manipulated and controlled by money and materialistic things, you can't be bought. It's a game changer for you. Right? And that's what I mean. Like, somebody's love could be fading because they could be realizing that it's like, if you get to a point too, if somebody keeps hurting you like repeatedly, and then they go and buy you gifts and presents, and then it makes up for it. If you get to a point where you're like, I don't want your gifts anymore, I don't want your money anymore, and then you could start to realize that, wow, yeah, I was being controlled by dark, devilish energy, right? Okay, so that came out very strong because there's definitely like an impending ending here, or something that's already happened, some sort of wounding. I see the Three of Swords, Five of Cups. Remember, don't project this. Just because you get guided to this reading and you're in a happy, loving relationship and I'm showing you all of this stuff and the devil, don't project that. Because if you're like, oh my gosh, like, you can project that. That's what, you know, I've been getting a lot in the tarot community, right? A lot of false things have been coming my way because of fear, phobia, spell work, and all sorts of stuff I've been noticing. You know, because when you have those fears and those phobias, you attract those things to you. It's like, for instance, like, say you have the intent, or you have the feeling, right? But maybe it could be a fear, or it could be an intuitive hit that you're getting, that maybe your lover's like cheating on you or something like that, right? Say they're really not, but you go look through their phone, you're going to run into things that are going to appear that way because you feel that way. If you feel as though somebody's, you know, being not trustworthy and things like that, like, you can create all of these things yourself. That's why I'm saying, like, no, you should never do that, because you're supposed to have privacy and respect for each other. So, you know, if you feel as though to go do that, you already don't trust the person, right? So you either need to look at that. Why don't you trust them? Have they given you a reason to not trust them? Or is this an insecurity or something you have from within? I know it's something I've been working on, because I'm like, if you lie to me once, like, it is very, very difficult for me to get that trust back again, right? It's not because I don't have forgiveness. It's just, it's a respect thing. I don't feel I should have been ever disrespected to get lied to. You know, that's something that I'm working on, letting people earn their trust back. You know, if you can do, I mean, you should make people definitely earn it back. Like, to me, trust is definitely earned, not just given. But it's like, I will give people respect, the benefit of the doubt, but you know, it's just like, if I just meet you and things like that, you're not going to be alone in my home, or, you know, it's those things, like, you earn that, right? So I feel all this is coming out for a reason. I never know how these are going to go, you know. I just go off intuitively what I feel, what messages I feel to give, right? So, and like I said, portal energy, a lot of different things come to it. Like, if you feel it's making sense to you, it's for you. If you feel like I was talking about something and then I'm not, and it's not making sense to you, then it's not for you. That's a sign to know it's not for you and it's for somebody else. Because collectively, these are given for a lot of people, right? And source sees them however they feel. All right. Well, let's get back into the tarot. So they want to keep me on course here. All right. So I felt very strongly, there's going to be a big shift of the mind within this new moon. Like, people are going to just, I've even been seeing in the collective where there's these things shifting. I don't know how else to explain that except how you perceive, how you do something. All of a sudden you're just going to get like a 180 perspective, because that's kind of what I've been getting. Is I've just been going to completely flip it. If you've been looking at it from this way, now you're going to look at it from a different way, right? Like, if you know that the universe keeps aligning you with people that are not for you, and you know that you're not projecting it or feeling it, like, you need to look at it from a completely different angle. Well, why? You know, maybe it's I'm being tested, right? It's like the universe knows I know, but have I looked at it from this point? This is just a big test at this point. They want to see how well I can handle my situation, how well I'm under pressure. You know what I mean? But I'm just using that one scenario. You're really going to be looking at things from a different perspective. And you're going to be getting this. And when you realize that, it's like you're going to advance very quickly, higher timelines. It's also about like being an alchemist. When you can learn to let situations level you up instead of bring you down. And that's what I feel there's going to be a big thing. There's just going to be this big switch. Like, people are going to realize, like, whoa, why am I giving all of my power away? It's like realizing that the past doesn't matter. Realizing that woundings and fears and phobias that you've been holding on to since childhood, it's like getting that realization, like, wait a minute. Yeah, like that bothered me when I was a child. Why does it bother me now? It's like that flip when you finally, like, maybe you've always been afraid of the dark. And then all of a sudden you're like, why am I afraid of the dark? What is the darkness going to do to me? What are spirits, things like that, going to do to me just because it's dark? Like, why do I have this fear of dark? So it's like somebody's finally going to, I'm just using this, maybe this is for somebody. So they're finally going to shut it off. Or shut off the lights and stand in the dark for a minute. You're going to realize, like, wait a minute. Like, yeah, this isn't even scary. Like, why was I so scared of the dark before? And then it's going to empower. And this is a big thing that's happening too with this being the year of an 8. This strong Leo energy, because as we know, 8 is the lion. And it's interesting, as God uses this deck, I have the lion on it. You know, and it's like learning how to tame that. Or realizing that, yeah, when I get angry and I'm very expressive, like, I'm not getting a response. So getting angry, getting my blood pressure racing, all of this stuff, like, yeah, it's not beneficial. You know, that's what I mean. Like, there's these major advancements because it's just these little flips that are happening are going to just change people's lives dramatically. So whatever that may be for you, right? And it could be anything. I just gave you a couple of examples, right? And sometimes these things could happen and you don't even realize it. I just seen the Strength card again with the Empress and I overlooked it. So be very careful. Pay attention to things because it could happen without you realizing it. You know, like, I'm going to say, like, I'll put it out there. Like, I used to be very afraid of the dark because of the stuff that I used to see, right? As a little girl, like, it frightened me. And then as I get, as I was older, I would always sleep with the light on somewhere because I didn't want to get scared. And I used to stay up all night because I didn't want to see stuff. And then finally, when I got older, or I had enough, it was after I lost my home and things like that, and I was more scared of finding a place to stay every night, that then the darkness didn't matter to me anymore. Because I was like, I'm more scared of being on the streets than, just being in a dark room. I'd much rather be in a dark room somewhere with no lights and be scared than be out the streets, So for some of you, like, there may be something that happens where you realize that, yeah, that's kind of silly and childish to be afraid of that. Or you may just all of a sudden just wake up one morning and just realize, you may look back at it and be like, yeah, that used to worry me, that doesn't, but it's going to change something. So I'm getting kind of both ways. Some things are going to happen like unconsciously, and other things it's going to be made aware to you, like, wow, yeah, this has changed now. Okay, so let me get off of that. I feel like that's a big message because they kept pulling me to talk about that. So Ace of Wands is coming out here. There is definitely a passionate new beginning. And what I'm getting at with this is it's something that you've alchemized. It's something that has taken a long time to come. Right? But it's out of your hands. This is something where it's like something is going to be coming in for you now that you have already, like, I'm getting you've magnetically like attracted. It's something like you've put out into the universe, maybe a long time ago, but now because you've integrated something, you've went through some sort of change, some sort of tweak, and that now it comes in. And when it comes in, you're just gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, yep, I manifested this. And maybe you did it some time ago, because I'm looking at these older hands, I'm seeing aged hands, or I'm getting also too like something's gonna be like much more easier, effortlessly. I'm getting something is coming very effortlessly. Wow, yeah, like I just pulled the 10 of Pentacles out with the Sun. This is like, oh, this is abundance, legacy. For some of you, this is like my inheritance cards. You could be getting like a spiritual inheritance, an upgrade, access to things, because sometimes you have to eliminate these blockages and then more things integrate and activate. That's what I mean. This is like a very innovative time too. With the Aquarius, it's all about like electronics, technology. So there's going to be a lot of advancements and things that are coming out. This is such an exciting time every year. So pay attention to these things. Maybe advancements and things that come out are going to activate things for you. But it's unlocking things within the mind. This is such a beautiful time. All right. I feel like I'm freestyling. All right. I feel like a lot of times during these portal energies, I do just freestyle. It's hard for me to get focused on the spread. So let's see. All right. Let me just go with it. Sometimes it's like I feel like I need more structure, but I just... I really need someone to come in and ground me. All right, so 5 of Cups is coming out again. I told you, there is definitely an ending to something, right? But it's about bringing that balance, right? And it's like, instead of focusing so much on why something ended, you need to know it's ending for a reason, because there's something else. But it's about you temperancing the energy, maybe turning that pain, because you don't want to just suppress it, but turning that pain, that heartache into a passion, turning it into something to level you up, learning how to alchemize from it. Okay. All right, let's find out more. But it's blending these things. I'm picking up Mars energy too. Something very strong with Mars energy. For some of you, you could have been just stuck in a repetitive cycle that's closing out. Maybe you are fighting to not let it close out. Look, and there's 6 of Wands. There's victory here and Knight of Cups. There's some sort of, you see, you've manifested something. You've manifested something like a love offer. Something that you desired is coming in for you. Victory with an Emperor. You got like a, this is like a boss energy. I've been picking up a lot on orange butterflies. There's 2 orange butterflies here. There's 2 mice. There's something with the 2s. I told you, this portal energy is definitely bringing something in. The sunflowers, the clouds. I'm picking up a lot of like vibrant colors too, and a lot of like orange and yellows. This is something to do with like, really with the butterflies, it's about being free, right? Setting yourself free, but it's this very creative energy, right? I told you I pick up a lot on the orange, like it looks like Mars to me, the orange and yellow on the horse here. And the readings I did yesterday, I was talking and I was picking up the frequency yellow and orange. There's something to do with that. Maybe your sacral and your solar plexus chakra, something aligning. Maybe you're getting the power with that Mars energy to not conform, to really go after your passions and desire. Maybe there was some sort of wounding that, some sort of something that had you like in a state of like heartbreak that was holding you back from something, and now it's powering you up to really take action, charge, and control, and you to go after what you love. Because this could be you too, going after what you love, like you taking action too, instead of like waiting for like a love offer to come in. You going after what you love and desire. It's so like, all right, yeah, that's confirmation. I heard a phone over there. I see an otter down here too, and the I seen one of those birds yesterday. It was right on my path. I forget what they're called. I'm in Florida, so it's one of our birds we see everywhere, the water birds. Like, I startled it. I walked right up on it. It was sitting right in the sidewalk in the middle of town. Spirit animals are always significant. There's different messages behind them. So when I call out certain animals that I see, even within the cards or whatever I see that I talk about, it's significant. It's bringing a message. And that's for you to notice too. Whatever animal comes across your path, right? And it could be through the social medias. It could be through commercials. It could be seeing an animal on someone's shirt that you walk by. Things like that. The universe is always talking, leaving clues and messages for those that look for them. So they're showing me the Three of Swords energy here. I told you there's something to do with the heart and releasing and letting go of something. And it's going to unlock something for you when you do. Because I feel that this has been burdensome, right? 10 of Wands. And I also feel that people have been like coming at you, trying to get you to remember these woundings. So people that are constantly like stuck in the past and bringing up the past, things like that, like that drives me crazy. Because I'm a dreamer, right? And I'm always about in the present moment and planning my future, right? And that's why I feel like I can float away sometimes, because sometimes I can get too much of my dreaming energy and my fantasies and creating that I kind of get lost from the present moment. But I don't go in the past. 26 on the clock as I say that. So people that are constantly talking about the past, I feel like it's such a waste of time to me. Now I get it. You're supposed to learn from stuff from the past to take that lesson away. But don't put yourself in jail of the mind playing it out over and over and over again. Like literally, like it's done. It's done. Let it go, right? It's our system that makes you constantly go back and and even look what they do with the social media platforms and the memories. Like I remember seeing a meme once, like, yeah, Facebook has that algorithm, right? Where, and the stuff where it can listen to you, right? If you're not noticed, things that you're talking about all of a sudden appear on your Facebook feed, right? So, you agreed to that consent or whatever, where it has access to listen to you. But, so it's so sophisticated to have that algorithm, right? Well, whatever, to do that. But it can't look at the fact when you change social statuses that you're no longer in a relationship, but yet it's going to still keep pulling up memories. Why? It knows you're no longer in a connection with that person. Even you unfriend them, but it's going to bring back memories. Oh, look when you were in this, like, come on. That's what I mean. This stuff's like insulting. You could be realizing this too, this higher levels of advancement. You could just be realizing that you can't handle certain things anymore. It's like you're starting to see through the illusion. You're starting to see through the matrix. A lot of people are. That's why a lot of people are trying to wake up. It's so beautiful. All right, I had no idea that these channel messages were going to go like this, because I was feeling like this love reading, but this went very innovative. So definitely tapping in this new moon energy. So it's coming in strong. I'm also getting closer to when the new moon is yeah. But I told you, I'm feeling this love and the strong love energy. I really feel that there's an energy coming in from the Emperor with the Six of Wands. Or you being very powerful, you taking over. Hold on. I want to see when this new moon is, because now it's like 11. All right. All I know is that it was on the 9th. So I'm curious. 5:58 p.m. All right. So Eastern time. So it's not even till this evening. Okay. See, this is just what it says, right? You're about to begin something that shows you've something you've never seen before. This new moon has major significance for what your future holds, and understanding how this new moon will affect you astrologically. Pivotal moments, lunar cycles happen when the new moon full. All right, I don't want to get into too much of this. It just gave me like a preview of exactly what I was saying, so I'm trying to look for that. So, idealistic, community-oriented, eccentric, extroverted, and highly independent Aquarius encourages you to rethink the goals that you've been willing to bring into fruition for the benefit of all humanity. Because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, the planet of boundary and tradition, this new moon will carry out a heavy weight to it, and all parts of it is magic. All right, it's just right. Because Saturn is currently moving through Pisces, the zodiac that is centered on spirituality and artistic abundance, it's time to find empathy and truth without getting carried away. So that's just a little bit of what's going on. But see, there's this new, so it's the other poles of the planets and alignments too that are really significant. Where I told you, I'm very tapped into the cosmic energies, right? That it, so it goes along with what I'm saying, like it. You're going to be finding these new innovative ways, these new ways of thinking. So it has to do with these plans. So this is such a beautiful time, right? So just don't suppress things. Don't be like, well, I have a feeling to do this, so let me not do it. Don't do that. Don't let people's influences, when you're being very eccentric and happy, don't let people pull you down. Like, that was, walk away from those people. See, 8 of Cups. I was finally starting to feel that way. Like, when I'm all happy and sparkly, right? And then someone's coming and stealing my light and my shine. Like, why am I entertaining that? Why, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's anything, just walk away from it. Like, no, you being bound to things. And that could be a big thing too, where you're finally realizing, yeah, major changes. You're getting yourself stuck out of situations. So picking up 2 8s here, 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords, you're making fast movement, getting yourself out of stuck situations where people were holding you down. Because it doesn't matter if they're blood family, whatever. Like, no, if they're holding you back, no, it's a wrap. You need to close that out. People are keeping you trapped and stuck because you never know when people are working for the wrong side, right? Letting the enemy control their mind. Anybody that has a wounding leaves the door open to the devil, right? So ultimately, you're letting the devil have an influence on your life. That's why I say, like, it could be unconsciously, right? Where you could be letting go of these strongholds from the devil, that the devil has had access to through other people. Like, you may have healed yourself of addictions. You may have healed yourself from toxic patterning. You may have healed yourself from childhood woundings. All sorts of stuff, but the devil's still getting access through certain people because your family and your friends haven't healed, so that should keep you trapped and stuck. You shouldn't. So ultimately, like, you're jeopardizing your life, your dreams, your passions, your desires just because you don't want to let go of a certain person. Like, come on now. That could be the realization that you're receiving. Like, I heard the most beautiful thing where it said, like, yeah, look, endings to that. Endings, if you want passionate beginnings, you often have to let go of something if you want something new, right? Making that sacrifice. But it doesn't say, yeah, there's 7 of Swords. See, have strength against deception. People that are leaving things. I'm trying to get eccentric now. People that leave things unfinished, leave doors open. Those exes that it won't close the damn door, where you won't get closure to leave you as an option just to mess with you. Like, you need to be done with all of those energies. You need to close them out, right? It's like, if you weren't good enough for somebody in the past, then they're not good enough for you now. You know what I mean? Like, people like to keep options open. You need to focus on new. You need to shut all those doors. Stop letting those people have access to you, right? So there was that, and what was I kidding? I got distracted. If it's meant to be, it's gonna come back out. So not letting the devil have access to you through other people. I was saying to definitely. The devil's trying to come in here. Didn't like what I was saying. Distracted me by the 7 of Swords. See, something is trying to distract you. Don't let what people do get at you either, because sometimes people will play these games just to pull you off your timeline. Will say something, do something to try to get at you. So have control over your emotions and feelings. Just let these people go. Let them go do whatever they want to do. It's just one of those, like, say somebody knows it bothers you when your phone's going off. They could literally just start messaging people in front of you just to have the phone ping and go off and go off and go off. Just, look, drink up, America, yeah. That goes with things. Stay away from people that like 34, big truck. It's a drink up America. Yeah, that's part of the control. Shuts your chakras down, disconnects you. That's linked to the devil. Somebody has addictions, things like that. So walk away from those people, right? Especially if people are drinking. Just know they're going to start with you. Walk away from them because the devil gets into them whenever they're drinking alcohol because they're infusing with spirits. Disclose something else to you. So that's the Eight of Cups in the Tower moment. Like, you are going to cause a major Tower moment by walking away. So people are going to try to retaliate and try to stop and try to get you back. But don't even play the games. Just shut the doors, walk away, cause these major Tower moments. Be focused on you, focused on what you want. Yeah, you're headed towards your justice. See, justice over the devil. But you got to stop playing the devil games. It's like if you're going to be done with somebody, then stop reading their messages, stop, responding and playing those games because you're still entertaining that energy. You got to just walk away from it. End it, walk away, move forward. Let these new things come in. Shut these doors. Don't leave these doors open. If you have any options from the past, right? Maybe you're taking the swords. Maybe you feel as though a lot of times people get into a lot of times it's you in the Seven of Swords energy and you don't realize it because you may be taking the swords thinking that you're doing the right thing, walking away. You don't want to fight anymore. So whatever these swords may represent for you, that you're taking, you're walking away and stuff, but you're still looking back. You're still leaving the door open, right? So maybe it's you that needs to close something out. Ace of Cups is here. This is about living life for you. Now I remember what I was going to say. That I heard very beautifully. I heard how somebody explained it where they had said that God is a very selfish God, right? God, divine source, however you look at it. To me, God, divine source is all one. It's all source energy. We've always been connected with God, divine. We've never been separated. That's how they take our power away, by making us feel we have to pray away that we are not one with God. We are all one with God, divine source energy, and you are here for God, living life with God, living through, seeing through your eyes, everything, right? So you are co-creating your life with God. You are one with God, right? God doesn't want you to put anything above God, right? Or anyone. Because if you put anyone above you, that then the devil can have access and get into people, then you're putting the devil above God and above you. That's why you are supposed to be selfish and dedicated to God, right? Also, that's why you have that selfishness for yourself. That is why you'll hear healthy selfishness, right? Is the thing. But it's really just, it doesn't even matter. It's all about ego. It's all about how you perceive it. You need to live life for you. Be selfish for you. You are what matter. You are your own universe. God created you. You're not supposed to put anything above you. And when you start to focus on you and you start to shut out everything, because you start to realize that everything can be manipulated or controlled by devilish energy here, and that by putting anybody above you, then you're putting it above God. It really changes things. And that's what people could be realizing. Like, you're right. Like, I need to start living life for me. Like, people have been corrupting me. People have been... I have been letting the devil have a stronghold on me through my children, through my lover, through my mother, through my sister, whatever. We have a very selfish God because he wants you to love you, because loving you is loving him, and you're co-creating, and you are one with God. You always have been. So with that said, I'm going to leave this reading here. I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely like the video. It donates to me energetically. I feel your energy more. I pick up on it through likes, comments, all of that. Even just watching you, I feel your energy. So know that. Then you come out more in my readings. So it's very beautiful because I love building up my soul family, because if you're guided into me, if you're not, I'm one of my enemies, but you know what? My enemies, I'm here healing them as well. That's why they've never been able to let me go. And that's another reason too, if you're a chosen one light worker, earth angel, is we carry Christ consciousness light. So we have certain contracts that we come in alignment with people. We are drawn to people in the darkness to bring them to the light. So they pick up on the light through us, and that's why they can't let us go. And that's why our light irritates their demons, and ultimately it's supposed to show them that they need to look at what they need to heal from within themselves, right? And then they can find the light and connect with God, divine source energy, and they no longer need to experience it through us, right? So even your enemies, you know, if you have certain people, but just don't let them hold you back, right? You just keep pushing forward, right? Like, you don't focus on them. Like, it used to bother me. I used to be like, just get out of my life. Stop meddling. Like, live your life. Let me live mine. Things like that. But when you start to realize that, you know, all attention is good attention. You know, even when people are gossiping about you, looking at you, giving you those, like, it's all attention. So you're bringing light and attention on me. You know, it's just like, when I finally realized that, like, yeah, like, all, like, my children's fathers and their families, like, they're all watching my channel, gossiping on me, talking about me, like, gosh, they're giving me just so much admiration and attention, even though they don't realize it. And all they're doing is leveling me up too, because all of that energy and attention has to be transmuted, right? And it's like payment. Like, it's gonna come to me by the universe. You know, it's going to come back on them in a bad way, but it's going to come back to me as more attention, because that's how it works. This world, there's always a polarity. Like, everything, you know, even though people are creating bad, like, all right, I'm not going to get too metaphysical. There's a lot, right? But there's a lot of very big realizations that are going to be going on for all of you. This is a very exciting time. All right, I'm sending love and light to all of you. You like my content, check out more of my readings below. Love you. Bye.